Good morning, YouTube listeners. I love you all, my brothers and sisters of truth, not of spooks, not of NSA agents, but my brothers and sisters of truth. You know who you are. Truth is God, and you're pursuing that knowledge. And there's a reason why you're here. It's a reason why you can see what other people can't see. You are spiritually connected, and you've done something in your life that allows this beautiful intervention between you and what I call God, truth, because that's what God is. In the religions, there is no truth, so therefore there is no God, and there is no Jesus either. So you can, if that's what you think, there's truth in a religion, then you just don't get it. And that's why you can't see those black chemtrails across the sky every morning. It is October the 27th, 2016. I don't know if it's just my house they're attacking or it's just everybody. I can't tell. And that's what I want people to understand. This morning, I woke up. It was about 3 a.m. I walked outside. I was going to let my dogs out for a while. And it wasn't fog. Sorry to tell you that. It was falling. Chemicals. I had a spotlight. You can't even see through it. You can see the chemicals that you're breathing. I was only outside for half a minute. Brought my dogs right back inside. Took a shower, by the way. And I was hacking all night from the chemicals. The Obama, Bush, Clinton administration of psychopathic Rothschild puppets, Jesuit puppets of the Vatican are trying to murder you, eugenics you. There's so many agendas in the chemtrails. Fill your body up with aluminum, barium, strontium, metals, to where you start getting sick chronically over the cell towers being cranked up. Last night, the electronic harassment was very high with me. The night before that. Every time I do videos, this is what I have to suffer. They're going to make me suffer. If I do a video, they're going to make me suffer. I think those are blue jays up there. Beautiful to see the birds. Love the animals. I love everything that God created, but what man created is a demon. It's a beast. I don't like anything about this technological, advanced, secret, like Obama describes. It is a smart war, smart appliances, smart everything. Well, let me tell you what smart is in the eyes of man. It's stupidity. Everything that is smart in the eyes of man is stupid. All of it. There is nothing smart in man. I had one guy, he says, well, you don't have to worry about, God or the elite attacking you if they're after smart people. He corrected, he said, Sirius is spelled like this. Well, I said, Sirius is spelled several ways, stupid. C-I-R-R-U-S in the banking industry, S-I-R-U-S. And here, by the way, do you know what people that walk around mocking other people because of spelling? Do you know how many countries we have and how many languages we have? Spelling is conformity. That's why they have spelling bee, because it's the beast. That's why. The beast is the one that told you to write the words exactly this way. Well, even our language, I've done this in gematria, changes the words, rhymes with, sounds like. There is no correct way. Listen, if a word is the way you hear it and you write down the symbols, that's just the way you hear it. It doesn't have to be spelled the way the elite tell you to spell it. That's conformity, conditioning. That is stupidity. And those are the people that just conform. Like I said, there's not one great man that's ever been in the Bible that was a conformist. Jesus was a nonconformist. Moses, Noah, Job, Jacob, Abram, when he changed his name. The story of Horus and Set and Cain and Abel, they conformed to the Creator, but not to man. And this is where you're a fool. You're an absolute idiot to conform to man. Well, guys, the sky is full of chemicals this morning and every morning because the elections are coming up, and one of the many agendas of this is predictive programming, mind control. You'll hear voices, vote for Hillary. There is no question in my mind that Hillary Clinton, the Obama Bush administration, through the Rothschild Rockefellers, the medical industry, the banking industry, is the one that's spraying this. Corporations are in on it, Coca-Cola, they've been poisoning you in your food for years. So they just decided to poison the world by air because they're afraid that the world is waking up, which it is. Mainstream media, people don't even trust it anymore. Period. People like us, the freaking NSA has to go online and block our videos because the mainstream media, people don't even give a shit about it anymore. Personally, I believe Hillary Clinton's going to get about 5% of the vote, and Donald Trump's going to get 95% of the vote, or 90%, and Stein and a couple other, whatever they're going to get. I kind of like Jill Stein, actually, because a little bit, because she went down to that reservation that people were running that pipeline through, and of course, the poor American Indian is just a story about us. They just keep, here's your land, they take it again. Here's your land, they take it again. Here's your land, they take it again. Resources, resources, resources. And this is why they're doing this to us. They want your resources. It's like a giant, how can I explain this? Mystical alien invasion. They're just here to take your resources. How ignorant can we be to when we strip our Mother Earth from what it takes for us to be a human? And then they keep changing and adapting us, conforming and Orwelling us, so that we can adapt to not having the resources that God created. And next thing you know, the whole world is filled with demons and earth is hell. Which it is right now. This earth is hell. Sometimes I cry and I say, why am I here, God? What am I doing here? Why did you send me here? I don't want to be here sometimes. But I know that the reason why I was here is to be a teacher, but the world won't let me teach. The world elites, they don't want me to teach. Matter of fact, in the movement of truth movement, they've got their psyops set up that's controlling all the information also. And any of you people that are really awake, these psyops. They're pretending and they're saying everything that you want to hear. It's kind of like Donald Trump. He's probably a psyop. I hope not. I pray not. Be great that everything he said was kind of come true, but how many presidents have done what they've said? None of them. Not since JFK. That's the last time I heard a voice that actually was doing what he said he was going to do. And they're a bloodline, by the way. Once again, guys, October 27, 2016, we are under attack, election fraud, mind control being done on humanity to win an election. They don't give a shit about you. They just want to win the election. They don't care about you. They will never care about you. I was watching an interview with a lady that was representing Hillary Clinton. She was so unaware of reality. It was just unbelievable. And this is why I tell you, this is spiritual warfare. You've got the lesser of evil. You've got pure 100% demonic evil. Hillary Clinton. Murderer. Laugh about Benghazi. She laughed about killing her own soldiers. Laughing. Rapist. Pedophile. The crimes go on with this woman. banking, LIBOR scandal, stealing trillions of dollars from the American people, collapsing our economy, collapsing our military, and building up other militaries, surveillancing people illegally and then blaming it on Russia. What? And you don't know these things? What? Just like the Bible said. I heard a lady call up on an Alex Jones show the other day, and she literally repeated what I said. God has cursed you because you're unaware. You're under a curse. He has cursed you. You cannot see. You cannot hear reality. You are under a curse. You've been cursed, and you are going to be destroyed. Right? I mean, right now is proof that you're a zombie. You're not human anymore. Because you can't see. You can't protect Mother Earth. You're worthless in society. You don't have a voice. You don't stand up for the Creator. You stand up for man and their destruction. So therefore, what do? We just let you stay with the destructive psychopaths. Is that what you want? You can have it. I don't know how many tears I've shed over people, but I've come to the decision that if you don't want to hear the truth, there's a reason. If your drive is not for truth, then there's a reason. And I'm not going to push it on people anymore. I used to stop people at the grocery store, argue with people. I remember when I was married, I used to say, why are you doing what you're doing in relationships? I'd say, what are you doing? Why would you betray me? Why would you do the things that is against God's law? And they'd do it anyway, and they justify it. And I was just so frustrated in relationships. And by the way, relationships is a diversion. It's a diversion. That's all it is. It's a diversion tactic because they've already turned man against woman. Woman now acts like man, and man acts like woman in the majority. And the woman that is awake, they've got them targeted and surveillanced, and they just won't let these people mix with their people. Look at that trail up right in the... They just go right through this layer, and they're trying to hide what they're doing. But we can still see it. We know who you are. We know what you're doing. And I know they have different medical care. They have different food that they eat. They most of them live underground like a bunch of devil demons. You know, Hillary Clinton works like a demon. Even her husband said that, so she's working like a demon. Matter of fact, I said that on one of my videos, and next thing you know, I'm hearing it all over the internet. It's proof that the voice is resonating. People are starting to hear the same things that I can hear, and it's getting out there. Or we're being controlled by a bunch of psyops. And they're giving us the illusion that people are awake and that there's actually a movement. How do we know? How do we know how many people are awake when they literally have us living in a cell tower EM prison? If you go outside that, they'll electrocute you with cell towers, microwave you to death. Well, hell, they do it in my house anyway. You know, I read an article to where a guy put a cat in a microwave, and I thought to myself, I'd like to go beat the living shit out of the human being that did something like that. Well, guess what? Our government, our military-industrial complex, our corporations poison us, and now they have us in a cell tower, HARP, Nexrad, Gwen Tower, microwave oven, patent by the Queen of England, which is nothing but a Rothschild puppet. Sorry, she's not a Rothschild puppet. She is the head of the Rothschild, and she is the queen of the Jesuits. But, you know, sometimes we get mad at people that do stupid shit. But when you really wake up and you realize what the psychopaths that run this world are doing? It's real. I mean, they'll even do TV shows. Look at this man. He killed somebody. Ooh, look how bad he is. Really? Look at this. Oh, this is what I love. Okay. We've got in our neighborhoods pedophiles, right? And they make it public. They put something in the mail. The sheriff's department put something in the mail. Look, there's pedophiles all over the place. Why? Why do they do this? Because they cover up the fact that the Jesuits, the Catholic churches, the priests, the freaking, the Clintons, all of them are pedophiles. They love taking little children, little boys and little girls, and raping them and brainwashing them. Because when you rape a child, it brainwashes them, makes them angry, makes them rebellious, makes them hate. And they love when you live a life of hate and fear and paranoia. You know, I can hear a jet plane flying over this canopy of chemicals. You know what the most idiotic thing I get told? That I'm paranoid? Really? You're under attack. World War III is begun a long time ago. It's a silent, deadly electronic war. And I'm paranoid? Oh my God. How stupid has society? I wonder why they drink water out of plastic bottles, which is poison and lowers their hormone levels. They don't have a brain. And I'm not defining this because it makes me angry. I'm just telling you because people, who gives a shit about these psychopaths? These brain dead, God has rejected them. They don't matter in the world anymore. They just don't. They don't. Matter of fact, they get paid to write horrifying things to you to get you pissed off. It doesn't work with me. I just ignore it. But the reason why I'm mentioning this on this video is just to define it for what they are. They've been rejected by God, period. They're not human. They're done. Their soul is gone. He's taken it away from them. They're zombies. They're brain dead. And it's just a short time to when they're dead eternally. It's just very short time to where they've already lost their soul. They've lost their mind. They've lost. Pretty soon they're just going to lose their flesh. It's that simple. And when the flesh is gone, they're gone. That's it. You have a different path. When your flesh is gone, you're not gone. God's got a house for you because you stood by him. You believe what you want to believe, but this is what I believe. And I think this truth is starting to resonate. To my brothers and sisters out there, I love you all. We're gonna make it through this. Don't fear death. Don't fear the death of the flesh. Don't fear it at all. I don't. I never have. And I will call a spade until the day I die, and I will die on my feet. Period. Unless they kill me and then they, let me think of something. Let's say they kill you and then they bring you back to life and then make you suffer. I don't know. I guess that's what they want to do. But this is how psychopathic they are. I mean, seriously. We're going to make sure you die suffering. That way you go into the next dimension with hate and fear. This is why Jesus Christ says, right before he died, he says, forgive them for they know not what they do. You cannot enter into the next dimension with hate and fear. And quite honestly, just like I've said, I feel sorry for Obama, Bush, Clinton. I feel sorry for these people. I feel sorry for the people that are brain dead. That's why I've devoted my whole life. They've murdered my daughter, because I fight for this. They started electronically harassing her. They even got her sister-in-law to harass her, which was a police officer. So all the police officers know about this harassment, trust me. A sister-in-law was harassing and then beat the hell out of my daughter at a wedding. And actually, I think if my daughter would have fought back, she would have kicked her ass. Because she was 5'10", very passionate woman. I miss my daughter so much. But she was afraid to fight a cop. Let me tell you something. If a cop tried to kick my ass in a bathroom, he doesn't have a suit on, I'm going to kick the fuck out of him. You beat the shit out of that fucker if he tries to beat you up. You have every right to defend your body. You have every right to defend yourself. Don't let Obama tell you that you're a violent person. Bullshit. Passion is passion. You have the right to defend your creator's honor. Demons versus God, right here on the earth. Fight with all your might, people. Fight back. Who cares what kind of badge these people have on? All this bullshit, Blue Lives Matter. When I hear this, it makes me sick. They're out there getting paid, and I'm not saying all cops are bad, but there is a cabal within the police force getting paid to murder people. Those lives do not matter. They're already dead. It doesn't matter. They're eternally fucking dead. They're not worth a shit. And if you're a policeman, and if you know of these people and you don't speak out, then you're worthless too. Are you a police officer and they're asking you to kill people? Well, guess what? I know of people in my parish that have been told to kill people and did it. I know of them. They've been fired from the police force. I've been told that I was a targeted person, that they were trying to kill me. And of course, that person was fired, sabotaged, blackballed. Wake up, people, because it's real. If you're a police officer and you don't stand by the people, then you are God's enemy. You've got two choices. You stand by the people, the sheep, you protect the sheep just like Jesus did, or you predator upon those sheep. If you're a predator, then you're God's enemy. And I don't care if you're wearing blue, black, pink, or purple. You're already dead. You're already dead. Period. You're just a walking, soulless zombie. And you know something? This is not an insult to you. This is a favor. I am doing you a favor by telling you the truth of who and what you are. I wish somebody would have told me this when I was a kid. Because when you do evil, you're dead in the eyes of God. Period. You break his law, you serve man, you can't serve God. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve money and God. You cannot serve evil and your creator. Period. This is why I've devoted my life to serving my creator, not man. So if that pisses you off and doesn't wake you up, then you're dead. You're a zombie. That's very true. So if it pisses you, look at the chemtrail over there. They don't give a shit. Oh, and by the way, where are the... You know, it's so funny that the police and the sheriffs are so busy arresting this little minor crimes like smoking some pot and, you know, he violated his parole, whatever. And then be assassinated by air and deny it. Oh, you're really a good cop. You're a great sheriff. You know something? You're a sheriff that can't even look up and see the assassination of your own people. Really? And you're a good sheriff? You're a priest and you can't look up. Look at this guy. He turned on his sprayer. Look at that. Turned on his sprayer right next to that chemical. Oh, what happened to the jet engine before that? Oh, duh. He turned on his sprayer, people. Right in your face. I'm a brave police officer, sheriff. Really? You can't even look up and see the tyranny? You can't even go arrest Hillary Clinton for the massive murders and crimes that she's committed? And you are a sheriff? What are you waiting for? Forget these marijuana smoking people. Oh, and by the way, all the heroin is connected to these cabals. All of it. And that's how they murdered my daughter. So don't tell me that my daughter, oh, she died, she committed suicide. Bullshit. Heroin comes from these motherfuckers. Period. There ain't nobody gonna sell heroin for $5 on the street and risk their lives, except a cabal, police officer, psychopath. Because they can get away with it. The common man is not gonna risk his life for $5 fucking sale. Because that's what it costs to kill my daughter. $5. What, cocaine is for the elite? Guys, all the barbiturates are made in Afghanistan, shipped in to the United States through the military-industrial complex. Checked and okayed by the Obama, Bush, and Clinton administration. And every murder that has been done by these enormous drugs that are sold cheap on the streets. You black folks, your children have been murdered by heroin and all this stuff. All of it came from them. And then you're going to go down and vote for her. Holy shit. Our military. Where are these captains? Oh, I'm going to support Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump's the savior? You are the savior. You can change the world. Well, I'll tell you, the key person is the sheriff. Because they can legally, in the FBI, the NSA, the CIA, they can legally go down and arrest Hillary Clinton, Obama, and Bush. Arrest them all. The whole freaking family. Everybody, their whole freaking administration. Arrest them all. But you won't do it. Because you bow down to the British that are about to murder billions of people under an agenda called depopulation. What does that give you? More possessions because the planet's is that the possession mentality? Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to get a free yacht. Because when you kill off these people, I'm going to get any car and yacht. Let me tell you something. I've had money and I've not had money. Money doesn't make you happy. Ever, ever. It's going to make you so fucking miserable that you're riding around in somebody's yacht that you murdered. And you're going to have a good time. Let me tell you something. If you can ride around in a yacht, all right, because the yachts are going to be sitting there after they do an EM pulse and killing all these people, right? The yachts are going to be sitting there, and these psychopaths are going to go, oh, this is mine. I'm going to take this. Yeah. Well, you just take all the possessions you want, and you're not taking it to heaven with you. You're not going to heaven. The more possessions you have. What's happening in the world today is the division of good and evil, period. Whenever man decides to destroy his planet Earth, you need to read history. Mother Earth says, here's my soldiers, and if you don't follow them, and if you don't listen, if you don't seek truth, then you are gone. I am not giving you a rebirth, period. Mother Earth, our creator, they know exactly what's going on. This Earth is a conscious living being. So is the moon, so is the sun, so is Saturn, so is all of it. They're living, so are the stars. They're conscious and they're living. And you're under their test, and they know everything. If you think that a man has to be in a physical flesh to be a conscious being, what a fool. What a fool. Matter of fact, the most powerful conscious being is light. Matter of fact, our soul is just light. The soul without the body is light. There you go. Look at the stars. But then we have soulless flesh entities. That's what we have on this earth. Soulless flesh entities. Robotically being obedient to their rich masters for possessions. That's got to be the most ignorant thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Guys, the burden of the flesh is the biggest burden, the biggest test that's ever existed. Once you escape the flesh and you become light, or you stand with light, you become one with light, then there are no obstacles. There's no more tests. It's just love. You look at that chemtrail, how it's separated there, and how he turned his sprayer on. Please wake up, people. This is 30 minutes of video. I didn't want to go this long. I just have the passion to love my brothers and sisters, and everyone that's doing evil, I pray that you change your ways. It's never too late to switch sides, ever. Ever. It's never too late. Do the right thing. Just do the right thing. You do the wrong thing, you're going to pay for it all eternity and regret it for eternity. I'm sure there's a special house for you. There's definitely a special house. Thank you all.